Candomblé, Dancing for the Gods by Monique Siedlak.
Narrated by Candace Moses.
Introduction. The world is much more than all that our limited senses can perceive. There is more to life than air, grass, fire, and even the luxuries that we all desire. With the pain, confusion, and chaos that saturates our world today, it has become more imperative than ever for you to find and hold on to something outside of yourself. Something more significant than you. Beings without limitations of your fleshy abode, who hold the world up to their deft hands and have the authority to break and mend you. The ancient religion of Candomblé seeks to bridge the gap between humanity and divinity. It aims to bring us to the point of complete awareness of our true selves and the powers we have locked up within us. Candomblé is a mirror that powers spiritual awakening. It teaches and shows that there is more to us than we can ever find by ourselves. It aims to open our eyes to see what great heights we can attain when we become aware of our personal gods, as well as what it means to be in constant communication and fellowship with them. We all have orishas, beings designated from the beginning of time to hold us up, teach us, and walk through life with us. Most of the hurt, sickness, and confusion you might experience on your voyage through life stems from ignorance and obliviousness to these powers. Chapter 1. History. In this chapter, we will answer a few basic essential questions. Specifically, we will learn how and why Brazil has today's religious groups. After that, we will look at how African religions became a part of that. As we explore changes and traditions within Candomblé, remember that some answers are obvious, while some aren't as obvious. The foundation. Brazil was discovered by the Portuguese in the early 1500s. They initially named it True Cross, but because of the abundance of Brazil wood, it was renamed Brazil. There was excitement when Brazil was first discovered. However, since precious metals weren't found at the time, Portugal turned to more lucrative dealings with Asia. Some trade took place with the native Brazilians for wood. Decades after the discovery of Brazil, Portugal developed a renewed interest in trading with the country. As a result, Portugal set up a government in Brazil. Through these efforts, Brazil became relevant to the Portuguese. The Portuguese turned some areas, like Pernambuco, into sugar-producing powerhouses. At the time, sugar was, and still is, a very lucrative commodity. To this day, Brazil still remains a significant sugar producer globally. In the mid-18th century, gold was discovered. A gold rush ensued, but with a fast depletion of resources, the gold rush ended abruptly. Brazil would depend more on its agricultural economy for success producing coffee, sugar, cotton, and tobacco. These developments led to an influx of enslaved Africans to Brazil. The population of enslaved people in the new government was double that of Europeans. Sugar production is a labor-intensive process that the Portuguese needed laborers to perform in their mills and the land. Their labor shortage and lack of capital also made buying enslaved people the solution with the most economic sense. Africans ended up in Brazil precisely because of this reason. At the turn of the 17th century, Brazil developed further. The Portuguese instilled government systems in Brazil, similar to those in Portugal. Brazil was becoming an attractive place for people to migrate to. One of the first groups to get there was the Jesuits, an order of the Roman Catholic Church who made it their priority, among other things, to bring natives and other populations into Christianity. As such, Catholicism found roots in Brazil. The Jesuits would come to have a significant influence on the natives, to such an extent that the colonists, who needed natives to supplement other resources of labor, resented them and got into conflict with them. Factors that exasperated the situation were epidemics, making fewer natives able to work and reducing their population. Europeans and natives alike were inflicted by diseases with no immunity.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?